This is the newer Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum, and this is my review. So I bought this for about 76 bucks for 100 ml at a discounter. I can't remember exactly what I paid for the Eau de Toilette, but I do believe this is a bit higher. Like a quick comparison with most recent designer releases, this is definitely a lot less expensive. So we have Elemi and Calabrian Bergamot at the top, Vanilla, Jasmine and Musk at the heart of it, Myrrh, Amberwood and Ambrox Super at the base. Please do forget about the note structure because I get pretty much all at once, pretty much. I mean, the vanilla is listed as a heart note, but I'm definitely picking up on quite a prominent dose of vanilla right away. The amberwood is listed as a base note, but that thing is definitely right in the opening. And the myrrh is also listed as a base note, but you can definitely pick up on it right away. And to my nose, the opening is pretty much all about quite a creamy dose of vanilla. It's definitely a bit resinous and balsamic, and you got a really nice kind of amber warmth on top of it all. If you really put your nose to it, you can pick up on like a super soft dose of a tiny bit of freshness. There are so many ambery vanillic scents out there, but I do feel the twist to Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum is its resinous and balsamic feel. And another difference is that most vanilla focused scents nowadays definitely have quite a bit of sweetness to them. I do not feel this is an overly sweet kind of scent at all. And if you smell the OG Club Black Eau de Toilette, you will most likely recognize a bit of the EDT in the Eau de Parfum, but I do feel there's quite a noticeable difference, which to my nose is that this is a more creamy, less sweet version of it. And I do think one of the biggest differences is that the OG Eau de Toilette, at least to my nose, had quite a noticeable smokiness to it. I really don't get that smokiness in here. If that's a good thing or not really depends on what you enjoy. However, I kind of enjoy the one that's less smoky. And in just a few minutes, the whole thing gets even more vanillic. This is like a super creamy dose of vanilla. The whole thing gets even more ambery warm. It's a tiny bit more sweet at the heart of it, but I still do not feel this is a sweet fragrance. And the whole thing is still quite balsamic, quite smooth and resinous. And the midst is where I feel the whole thing starts to get a bit more woody. This is where I pick up on something about the vanilla in Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum, and that is something that in a way sort of reminds me of the vanilla that you can find in some of the Parfums de Marly fragrances, but there's a bit of a twist to it here. It's definitely not as sweet and sort of a punchy and with all the sort of layers and nuances to it that some of the Parfums de Marly fragrances have, that kind of vanilla. The vanilla here, even though it's very prominent, has definitely quite a creamier kind of feel to it, and also in a way a sort of a softer feel to it. And I do feel that if you're into quite vanillic scents, they are definitely quite creamy and quite smooth. And if you enjoy a bit of vanilla together with quite a prominent dose of ambery warmth, then you most likely enjoy this. And when it starts to hit the dry down, that's when I feel its ambery side starts to push through and pretty much take over the entire thing. And I really don't say this often when I talk about amberiness in fragrances, but I do feel there are quite a bit of nuance and layers to the ambery side of Club Black Eau de Parfum. This is almost like amber heaven. So at this point, the vanilla is taking a backseat to the amber side of it, and the whole thing starts to get a bit more woody. And another quite noticeable difference is definitely that I do feel this starts to get a bit musky in the dry down. I don't think it's an overly musky kind of scent in any way, but you can definitely pick up a bit of musk in the dry down, which basically gives it a bit of soft warmth and powderness. So what Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum basically is that you get quite a prominent dose of vanilla together with what I think is quite a nuanced and layered kind of amberness to it. It's gorgeously ambery warm with what I feel is quite a noticeable balsamic and resinous feel to it. The vanilla, the amberiness, the resinous feel and the balsamic feel of it all sits on top of quite a smooth dose of woodiness. And you have this soft powderness at the base as well. The main stars of Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum, at least to my nose, is definitely the ambery warmth of it all together with the vanilla. The co-stars are definitely the resin resinous and balsamic feel. What I do feel gives it at least a little bit of uniqueness is definitely the nuance of its ambery side, and I do feel the ambery side of it does have layers to it. Some parts of it definitely feel familiar, however I do feel that this is familiar done extremely well. So what's the vibe of Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum? This to me is almost like the perfect balance between something that is quite elegant and classy and a bit sexy. The smoothness and the creaminess of it all, together with its resinous and balsamic feel, definitely gives it quite a classy and elegant vibe. And the vanilla and that touch of sweetness that it has definitely brings it a bit of sexiness. Since I do feel this is an even smoother version of the OG Eau de Toilette, I do feel this does have more class and elegance to it compared to that one. So let's talk a bit about compliments and mass appeal. I worn this maybe 7 or 8 times since I bought it while being out and about, and I probably received compliments about 3 or 4 times out of those. I mean, this is basically an ambery vanilla that is quite creamy and smooth, and I do feel it's quite hard to go wrong with this kind of scent. I'm definitely not saying everyone will love getting a whiff of Club Black Eau de Parfum, but I do feel it's a compliment getting kind of scent that is quite likable. The OG Eau de Toilette was already quite a head turner, and I do feel that in a way, even though this is a creamier and smoother and perhaps slightly less sort of a head turner, this thing still is quite a head turner. When it comes to performance, at least on my skin, Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum is quite noticeable, at least for like the first couple of hours. So projection, at least initially and at least on my skin, is quite good, but I do feel it starts to sit a bit closer after a couple of hours. It doesn't completely turn into a skin scent, but there's definitely quite a bit of a change after like a couple of hours. Longevity though, at least on my skin, is definitely quite good. And I'm rating the projection for the first couple of hours 7 or 8 and the longevity 8. So here are my thoughts on usage, so like seasons and occasions. This definitely has quite a bit of depth to it. I do not feel this is the sort of heaviest, deepest or warmest or sweetest scent that I put my nose to, but it definitely has a bit of depth to it. It's definitely quite intensely ambery warm. So to my nose, this leans more towards spring, fall and winter. But I do love using quite intensely ambery scents for summer nights, and I definitely look forward to wearing this on summer nights. As for occasions, again, this is basically an ambery vanilla, and I do feel ambery vanillas can be used to pretty much any occasion. Because of its both classy and sexy vibe, I do feel this works equally well for casual and formal occasions. So I do feel you can wear it to work, you can definitely wear it to school, you can definitely wear it when you are going out, and I do think this is a great choice for date nights. So who's Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum for? Let's make this super simple. If you usually absolutely love quite ambery scents, and if you also enjoy the scent of vanilla, then this might be for you. I do think most are going to enjoy Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum. However, the main deal breaker is definitely going to be its resinous and balsamic sort of a feel. If you usually do not enjoy fragrances that are a bit resinous and that are quite balsamic, then it's probably better to stay away. And if you're someone who likes the Eau de Toilette but always wanted a less sweet version of it, then this might actually be for you. So what are some of the alternatives to Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum? Like I previously mentioned, there's really no shortage of ambery vanillas out there. So I'm just gonna show you a few that I think are absolutely fantastic, but they are not exactly the same like this. So first up we have YSL Myself Le Parfum. This is basically, at least to my nose, the warmer, more woody and definitely more ambery version of the original. It does have that fantastic floral side that you can also find in the original, but it doesn't have the freshness of the OG, and it's instead a bit warmer, definitely more woody with a prominent dose of vanilla. Myself Le Parfum is basically an amber vanilla with a prominent floral side and a bit of woodiness. My next alternative doesn't have vanilla, but this is an absolutely fantastic gorgeously ambery scent with a creamy dose of woodiness and a sexy spicy kick. The ambery side of Invictus Victory Absolute, to my nose, is absolutely intoxicating, and this was one of my most complimented of 2025. I think it's very hard to go wrong with Armani's signature vanilla, and Armani Code Eau de Parfum is basically an ambery vanilla with a spicy kick in the opening and a very sexy dose of sweetness. The Eau de Parfum has grown on me a lot since I bought it, and I do think Armani Code Eau de Parfum is a great choice for date nights. For a gorgeous dose of amberness, you have Rabanne 1 Million Royal. It doesn't have vanilla, and it's basically mostly a mix of quite a gorgeous dose of amberness together with a smooth dose of woodiness. It has what I think is a fantastic sort of a bubblegumish kind of sweetness to it. And what makes it even better is that it got a fantastic dose of lavender cutting through, which gives the whole thing a fantastic contrast. These two are definitely not the same, but what a wicked, gorgeous scent this one is. And of course you have the OG Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Toilette, and for that I do recommend to check out my review of it, which I'm gonna link to somewhere up here and in the description below. So how am I going to rate this intensely ambery vanilla that's quite resinous, quite balsamic, and a bit woody? The main star here, without a single doubt, at least to my nose, is definitely its amberness. The ambery warmth of it all does have quite a bit of nuance to it, and I do feel it has layers to it. And even though I sometimes wish that the vanilla in Club Black Eau de Parfum would have had sort of more punch to it, I also appreciate the incredible smoothness and creaminess of it. This was a lot more expensive than it actually is, and I do feel this is a great fragrance. And to my nose, the Eau de Parfum is easily worth something around 8.5 or 9. So this is what I want to hear from you. How do you feel about Mercedes-Benz Club Black Eau de Parfum or the OG Eau de Toilette? Do you think it's fantastic? Do you think it's bad? Or do you think it's mid? Let me know in the comments below. Please drop a like and subscribe for more, and make sure you check out my reviews over there.